Hi everyone, my name is Max. I'm a child life volunteer, and today we're going to be reading Skippyjon Jones by Judy Schachner. And someone very special to me recommended this book, and I'm very excited to share it with you. So let's get started. Okay, Skippyjon Jones. Okay, here we go. Every morning, Skippyjon Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mr. Doohickeys bird bath." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants." See those little fuzzy pants he's got under here? Said his mother, "and just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse or a grouse, not a goose, not a moose, not a rat, not a bat. You need to think about what it just means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippyjon Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippyjon Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippyjon Jones. "What was that?" There's Skippyjon Jones landing on his head, one of 6 times. So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I'm a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippyjon Jones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of his old junk. And after he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippyjon Jones began to sing in a moi soft voice. "My name is Skippito Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo." Back in the kitchen, Juju B, Jezebel, and Jilly Boo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippyjon come out of his room now?" asked Juju B. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Flutternutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippyjon Jones wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. His mother has some very interesting nicknames for him, I must say. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Hey, caramba, who goes there?" asked Skippyjon Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "I'm El Skippito, the great sword fighter," said Skippyjon Jones. Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. "Why the mosquito, dude?" asked Poquito Tito. I go incognito," said Skippito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pintolito. Very interesting names, I must say. "Do you like rice and beans?" "See, I love mice and beans," said Skippito. "He might be the dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Tia Mia, "if he knows the secret password." Any guesses for the secret password? We'll see. Leaning toward Don Diego, El Skippito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. "Ah, Chupico!" "Bless you," said Don Diego. "Gracias," said Skippito. "Then it is true," decreed Don Diego. "Yip yippito! It's the end of Alfredo Buzzito. Skippito is here, we have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad Bumbalito." And then all the chimichangos went crazy. First, they had a fiesta. That's them having a little party right there. Then they took a siesta. Look at that siesta they got over here. That means they're going to sleep. Took a little nap. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture into the sand of the great Bumbleito for Skippyjo to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos, so great that one could hear a whisker drop. Alfredo Buzzito, whispered the crowd. El Blippo Bumbleito Bandito. Si, said Poquito Tito, the bandito steals our frijoles. That means beans. Not your beans, cried Skippyjo, outraged. Si, Poquito continued. Red beans, black beans, Boston baked and blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jelly too. And now he comes for us, Poquito added. ¿Por qué? Asked Skippyjo. Because we are full of the beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall in his most somber voice and declared, Yo quiero frijoles. I want beans. Huh? Asked Skippyjo. The dude just wants his beans back, said Poquito Tito, and you are the dog for the job. Me? Asked Skippyjo. Then all the chimichangos turned around towards Skippyjo, the great sword fighter. But poor Skippyjo had no time for a plan because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. Vamos, Skippyjo, or it is you the bandito will eato, they cried. Skippyjo stood at his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook the jello, and his teeth chattered like the castanets. Then, in a muy soft voice, he said, My name is Skippyjo, Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito. But after Alfredo Buzzito flew straight for Skippyjo until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches from the great sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles, cried Skippyjo as he thrust his sword in the air. There you can see him with his little sword. Pop! Suddenly landing Skippyjo's sword. And quicker than one could say Chihuahua's cheese and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Buzzito, the Bumblebeeto Bandito. Oh, there he is. You see him right there? He punctured him. He said, pop. Then all the doggies burst into song. Yip yippito! Our hero is El Skippyjo. Here's the dog of our dreams, who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos. They're all super happy. Can eat. But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippyjon's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down to the hall to the kitty's boys' room. Bangito, Crashito, Papito, Skippyjo. Just in time to see Skippyjon's closet exploding. Look at that. Everything's coming out. Then out flew Candy, beanbag doggies, and the kitty boy with his birthday piñata on his head. Skippyjon Jones, everyone cried. Hola, muchachitos, he said in a muy soft voice. That means very soft. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippyjon and covered his head with furry purry kisses. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs? She scolded. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippyjon began to bounce on his big boy bed. Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say goodnight, Skippyjon Jones, called his mama. Buenos noches, mis amigos, said Skippyjon Jones. There's Skippy going to sleep. And that is it. That is Skippyjon Jones. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.